Perfect. I like that baby. I'm right here.
Well, good morning, Genesis Church. It is day 4 of our 21 days of praying and fasting. I hope the first 3 days went well for you. If you haven't started, it's okay. I want to encourage you, start today. Pastor Brian talked about it on Monday. It's not about being perfect. It's just about participating. So if you haven't started, start today. You won't regret it. It's going to be a great rest of our 21 days. So you might be wondering, David, why are you filming this in your closet? That seems so random and weird. Well, that's okay. We're going to get to that because today I just want to encourage you and talk about eliminating distractions from our walk with God. So maybe you ever find yourself needing to go get something in the other room and you get up from what you're doing and you head to go on that journey to get to the destination, and by the time you get there, maybe you don't even remember what it was that you were going for in the first place because along the way, you got distracted. Maybe someone called you, you got a text message, maybe a notification from an app. Maybe someone in your family stopped to talk to you, a kid or another family member. But anyway, you get stuck or distracted along the way, and sometimes we don't even reach the destination. Well, don't worry. It happens to all of us. It happens to me. It's okay. We all get distracted from time to time. If you're following along in our Bible app, the reading plan that the church is doing together, today's devotional talked a little bit about how our body is a temple for the Holy Spirit. And when we allow the distractions and the things like that to build up over the year, we get what they call gunk built up in the temple, and we need to do a little bit of spring cleaning. I know it's not spring yet, but we're going to do a little bit of cleaning, and fasting is just one of those ways that we can eliminate the distractions from our life. Depending on what it is that you're fasting, whether it be, social media, maybe you're fasting a meal or TV, or just whatever it is that you're fasting, you are eliminating some sort of distraction from your life. And instead of doing that activity, you are instead going to focus and be intentional about spending your time with God. So we're eliminating those distractions. We are reorientating, refocusing on the things that matter the most. The second way that I want to talk about eliminating distractions is the reason why I'm actually here in my closet. One of the best things we can do when we are intentionally spending time with God is to get alone and get away from everything else in the world. And for me, that's my closet. I'll come in here and I'll shut the door. I will leave my phone and my watch, no music. I'll bring in a physical Bible. And the whole purpose of that is to eliminate those distractions. I come in here, I meditate on the Word, and I talk to God. I do some active listening, and I just be intentional about how I am spending with God, eliminating the distractions and saying, God, you have the full attention. When I do that, I come in here and I talk to Him. It's so amazing. I often find rest in those moments because I've taken away all the distractions, the things that make us busy, and I find rest in those moments when I am with Him. In fact, in Mark chapter 6, Jesus is talking to His disciples, and He calls them to rest and go to a quiet place. He says in Mark chapter 6, verses 31 and 32, He says, "Come away by yourselves to a desolate place and rest for a while. For many were coming and going, and they had no leisure even to eat. And so they went away in a boat to a desolate place by themselves." God sees us in our times of busyness, our struggles, and the distractions in our everyday lives. He sees that, and He recognizes our need for rest. Even when we can't see it ourselves, God knows that we need that rest. So for the rest of our 21 days, I want to encourage you, when you are taking the time during the day to be with God, to spend that time reading and praying, I want to encourage you, find a quiet place in your house, whether that's your closet, maybe it's somewhere else. You know what's best for you. Find that quiet place, get alone with God, and be intentional about talking with Him. I am praying for you for the rest of our 21 days. I am encouraging you. God has some amazing things in store that He wants to reveal and do in our lives. And I am praying and encouraging you to start today if you haven't started already, because what God has for you is something that you do not want to miss. I love you, and I am praying for you.